welcome back to the channel. So over the last couple of nights, I've been taking my Evo 10 out, doing a couple of launches and trying to get a new personal best quarter mile time because it is finally cooler weather here in Brisbane, Australia. And we had like sort of one cold week, which I saw coming up, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna get the car ready. So I did take the car to AK Racing recently, had them make sure that my spark cut launch control was working properly, because last year, at the very end of winter, I decided to randomly take my car out and see what it could do, because I had just had the retune done, made a little bit more power top end, and actually made more power everywhere, but top end it was a little bit stronger. So I knew it would do a better quarter mile time. And so with that last year, I went out and the spark cut launch control wasn't working. So I only had factory launch control working, but still managed to get a new personal best of 11.30. And I was very happy with that. But I knew if I took the car back into AK Racing, had them just make sure the spark cut launch was working, it would go a lot faster because the top end felt a lot stronger. It had a higher trap speed. It just didn't get off the line like it normally did when I used to have the spark cut working. So yeah, this year I've made sure I've got the car working properly. Alan at AK Racing confirmed your spark cut is working, and he tested it out, just like revving it and everything, and said, go out, do a launch, see what it does, let me know, and we can sort of tweak and adjust things to try and get a better and better time. So yeah, I've done basically 2 nights I've gone out. So what I did was I decided to put the final edition BBS wheels on the car because they're a little bit lighter, but also because I kind of want the wheels, like the tires, to spin a little bit and not break anything on the drivetrain. So I have some semi-slicks on. I was worried that if I took these, it might grip, may break something. And I thought some lighter wheels on with some not as aggressive tires, just give it that little bit of spin and maybe a bit safer for the car. So I did that. Otherwise, the car was running full weight, full interior. I've actually added more weight to it since last year, including these wheels, which are probably, I think they were almost the same weight as the T37s, maybe a touch heavier. But I did add the leather Recaros, which are heated, so they are a little bit heavier than the cloth ones that I previously had. Otherwise, the car is the same as last year's efforts, 325 kilowatts at the wheels, which is 435 horsepower at the wheels. And so yeah, with all that done, wheels swapped over, full interior, I went out and I managed to stuff the first one up, and I'm going to put the screenshots of my dragy runs up. So the first run I did was an 11.29, so already beat my best time, but I didn't have the best launch. I think I may have hit limiter, or may have upshifted twice or something like that, because I did that a couple of times. But yeah, I got 11.29 at 122.06 miles an hour. So quite a big difference in the trap speed, but only, 11.29 from 11.30, not too much better. So I knew I could do better. I turned around and I tried another one. I did an 11.19 at 121.79 miles an hour. So maybe the car was a little bit more heat soaked then, but on that one, I actually hit rev limiter going into second, just slightly. And I knew that kind of slowed me down a little bit. Otherwise, it was a really good run. It did 0 to 60 in 3.16 seconds, and it did an 1/8 mile in 7.19. So I was very happy with that. And I'll make sure I am putting I'll do it for this one at least, because this was my good run. I'll put the clip up of that. Now, I did not have cameras with me. I just had the dragy set up with the camera, but I'll put that clip up now of what the car did. Okay, so I was very happy with that. That was a huge difference from 11.29 down to 11.19, but hit the limiter. I knew it could do better, so I turned around and tried another one. The car probably getting a bit heat soaked at this point, and I stuffed this one up majorly. I actually double upshifted in, I think from 3rd to 4th or 2nd to 3rd. I can't remember which gear it was, but I was on for a killer run because my 0 to 60 in that run was actually 3.05 seconds. I just stuffed up, and it's like you're so worried about hitting limiter going from 1st to 2nd that and then sometimes you'll be like, oh, I got the 1st to 2nd shift perfectly, and then you just accidentally hit it second to third, because it is revving so fast. It all happens very quick. And you obviously have to shift it manually using the paddles. You can't just leave it in auto mode because it just won't shift fast enough and it'll just hit limiter. And yeah, it's never worked for me, so always in manual mode. But that one, I was really annoyed because I was like, oh, that was on track. Even though I like stuffed up, I still did a 7.21 eighth mile, but only at 93 miles an hour. But the 0 to 60 and the 60 foot of 1.73 seconds was really, really good. So I was like, oh, that sucks. But, you know, at least it's good enough. It's a better time. I'll call it for the night. Went home and I was thinking about it the next night. I was a bit busy, so I couldn't go out. But I was like, you know what, while the wheels are still on the car, I'm going to go out and I'm going to try one more time. So I did 2 more. So the first one, I stuffed that one up as well. I think I double upshifted or something. I can't quite remember, but I'll put that clip. It was only 11.5, but it did 0 to 60 in 3.13 seconds, and it was a 1.76 60 foot. So it knew it had potential. So I was like, right, this is it. I'm doing one more and that's it. I don't want to just launch the car over and over and over. I've done like over 100, I've probably done 120 launches in this car since the SST got built. I launched the shit out of this thing. I absolutely love doing it. It's a lot of fun, but I don't want to break anything. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do one more and I'm calling it. So I did the one more and I got the new best time of 11.17. Now this one had a lot of wheel spin, and I don't know, maybe I just didn't get shifts perfectly, but it was still obviously a huge difference, 11.17. It had a fair bit of wheel spin, which I do want a bit, but I don't want it to like light the tires up completely. This one did have a fair bit more, but still it was a slower 0 to 60 of 3.24. That's why I know it could do even better. And the 60 foot was 1.79. Probably a bit heat soaked because this was the third run of the night. But yeah, still it did the 11.17 at 121.23 miles an hour. So new personal best, and looking at Mitsu Times, which is the website, which shout out to those guys, absolutely love what they do, but just compile all Mitsubishi records in like dyno runs, eighth mile, quarter mile, circuit times, everything. You can go on there, submit your time, they have it filtered for different platforms, different everything. So with mine, I obviously filtered it for the SST transmission. And I am, after this one gets uploaded, which should be happening soon, I think I'll be 14th overall for SST, which is actually really good because a lot of the cars are in the 10s. There's some like, you know, mine's just a stock engine. I'll pop the engine bay and I'll show you guys the car as well. So I'll go to that now. But yeah, it's stock engine, stock cams, just with a full bolt-ons, and E85 has a 56mm turbo and has an SST built by AK Racing with upgraded template clutches and an AK Racing tune, obviously. So yeah, this is the engine bay. It's a stock engine. It's 210,000 kilometers on it now. Unopened, stock cams, everything, just all bolt-ons. So yeah, 56mm turbo back there, hypertune manifold, hyperflow downpipe, and then AK Racing one cell cat and Ultimate Racing / AK Racing catback. We've got an AMS front mount intercooler, some Uber Motorsports upper intercooler piping, an ETS intake. We've got FIC 1200cc injectors and a Walbro 460 fuel pump. We've got the GFB fuel pressure regulator, Turbo Smart compact blow-off valve, Club Spec Customs catch can. That's about it. It is running just on straight E85 at the moment, but yeah, not a crazy setup. Pretty basic, not a huge turbo. I chose this turbo more for response, if anything. I could have a bigger version of this turbo and make higher trap speed, but I really like the spool of this. It's full boost pretty early on, whereas the bigger version of this, I did test drive with friends that had it and it was a little bit laggier. But I think maybe if I was to change it out, I'd probably go with that bigger one now, just for that top end power. But yeah, that is, that's where the car is at. I'm very, very happy with it. What I actually want to do now is, at some stage, take the car out to the drag strip and try and get a time there, because I could probably have these wheels and tyres, or maybe I'll try the other ones, but it wouldn't slip as much. It'll be a completely flat road. And generally the timing system at the drag strip, when you watch a lot of YouTube videos of people have their cars at the drag strip, they compare the time to the dragy time. The dragy is always slightly slower. So my 11.17 on the dragy could have been, 11.15 or something like that. Who knows? Even quicker. When you watch some of those videos, the times are slightly different and it's always slower on the dragy. So I could potentially do a little bit better. I know Alan at AK Racing has said we could adjust the launch control map. He needs to see it launching to know whether he needs to add more and all that sort of stuff. Drop some tire pressure and maybe, get into the 11 O's, which would be even cooler. Maybe a 10 if everything went perfect. So that's definitely the plans from the future. But for now, very, very happy with the car and how it is overall performing, looking, sounding, everything. Very, very happy with this. So massive shout out to AK Racing for making it launch and drive and do everything that it does the way it does. I'm so happy with the work they have done. And yeah, I am going to take the car now. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just going to do one launch for you guys to see it by setting up a camera behind it and setting up maybe the 360 camera. And let's do a launch in an industrial area, just up to the speed limit, just so you guys can see what it does. And I'll show you guys how you actually launch these as well. So yeah, take it for a bit of a drive, make sure it's up to temp, and we'll go do that now. All right, guys, well, that is going to be the end of the video. Really hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you're stoked with me with the SST and what it can do. These things are really still pulling their own for a 2007 released transmission. All the updates that people have done over the last couple of years, that unlocking the SST, TCU, and adjusting launch controls and all this stuff. Like, I know a lot of the big shops, they all communicate, they all help each other out, and some of the guys doing this work on the back end are working with these shops, and basically what's happening is everyone in the SST community is getting better and better versions of their cars, and they're just really doing well. Like, this thing launches so well. We had the Audi RS3 previously, and this thing launches just as well. It's just that you have to manually shift it, but my 0 to 60 in this is now quicker than I did in the RS3, which is crazy because the RS3 had a lot more power and you could launch it in auto. There was no worry about shifting. Yet this thing, a 2008, this is 2008, but 2007 they released, transmission, car, it's still performing really, really well. I take this thing out to little track sessions where we do roll racing against big horsepower cars, and it really does surprise people. It's absolutely love what these things are doing and the community around these cars. So yeah, hopefully you guys are keen to see this car out at the track, maybe running a 10. I'm not going to claim that I'm going to run a 10, but maybe if everything worked out, we could get this thing to be a 10.99. Who knows? But either way, I'm stoked with what it's doing now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, with all that said, I'll see you next time.